What's up everyone, Stefan here from TechRight, and we got the Moto G Stylus 5G 2022. Let's unbox this. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully everyone is safe out there. We got the Moto G Stylus 5G 2022 right here. Very long awaited phone. We're just going to break down some of the specifications inside this phone. First and foremost, this device base model, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes of internal storage, and we also have a Snapdragon 695 in here, so that's not too bad. This is looking like a pretty decent phone. The only other thing that I really don't like about this is $499 and we get only one operating system software update, but we're gonna see how good this is. We're gonna see if it's worth it. I'm gonna give you my first impressions. Another thing about this phone, 5,000 milliamp battery, I believe Adreno 619 in this device, and we got a full HD 6.8 inch screen, so really big screen, and 120 hertz refresh rate, so super excited about that. Nice that we get a higher refresh rate. Motorola doesn't usually do that, so it's nice that they're doing it for the Moto G Stylus right here. So let's get straight into this. All right everyone, so let's pop into this box right here. Really excited about this. Okay, it feels super premium and heavy at first, so that's a nice sign. I believe I got the steel blue. I wanted the seafoam green, but the lady at the Best Buy when I ordered it, I guess didn't ask me what color I wanted, and I kind of forgot about that as well. But inside of here, we got the instruction guide. We got our legal safety and regulatory guide right here, and we also have our SIM ejector tool. Great thing is we also have our little charger right here with quick charge 3.0 on that, and we have our USB Type-C data cable right here. I really like how Samsung sets up the box in these. Really nice layout. You got the charger and the data cable at the bottom, and of course you got your little guide in this little slip right here. So really cool stuff right there. But let's get inside of this phone. Other thing we are on as well as Android 12, so we have the latest software on this device, and this is what the steel blue phone is looking like. So we got steel blue, we got seafoam green, so we got two different colors. I was kind of sad that they didn't do the rose gold because I really like that color on the regular G Stylus, but nice looking phone right here. Obviously we're gonna be able to put fingerprints on this very easily, so I would recommend getting a clear case. But as far as the phone feels, this feels super premium. So we have the chassis around the phone that's actually plastic. Honestly, it feels like metal. We have a plastic back as well, but this feels extremely premium. You guys are gonna know exactly what I'm talking about on this one. But back of the phone, we have our Motorola insignia. Obviously, we got that steel blue type of look right here. Getting to the cameras, I like that it shows you. We have a 50 megapixel main camera, and this is gonna have OIS, so nice to see that on this device. Our secondary camera is also going to be 8 megapixels, and that is going to be our ultra wide camera, and our third camera is gonna be a 2 megapixel depth sensor. So that is our camera setup. Right side of the phone, we got our fingerprint sensor. It doubles as your fingerprint sensor and your power button. Always like that. We also have the volume up and down rocker. Bottom of the phone, of course, we have our stylus. I like that they went for the circle approach, so if you're in the dark, you can just go ahead and put this in any way you want. We also have our speaker right here. We're going to test those out in a second. We also have a noise canceling mic, USB Type-C port, and we have our 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. Left side of the phone, we have a dedicated micro SD card slot. So nice to see that, so we can expand our storage. Great stuff right there. Top of the phone, we have another noise canceling mic, and obviously our 6.8 inch screen right here. And we're gonna go ahead and turn this on. Went ahead and turned that on, and as you guys see, we have our front facing camera right there. Now that's gonna be a 16 megapixel front facing camera. We're gonna have HDR on that. We're gonna have an f2.2 aperture, and it's gonna be wide angle as well, so nice to see that. As far as our front facing camera recording, we can record up to 1080p 30 frames per second, and I forgot to tell you, the rear facing camera goes up to 1080p 60 frames per second. So no 4K on this, but I think very few people use 4K, honestly. Also, as I'm setting up, this isn't going to be a Super AMOLED display. This is only going to be an LCD display, so you know, not too bad. Still, we have 120 hertz for the refresh rate, so that's nice to see. But we're going to set this up, and I'll be back in a second. All right, everyone, so we are completely booted up right here. Now, Android 12 is actually on this, so we have the latest software on this device, and I'm sure you guys can tell already. Let's go ahead and set this up. So Android 12 is going to be on this device. By going to the drop down bar menu, obviously we have our regular stuff, Wi-Fi, auto rotate, Bluetooth, all that good stuff. You can check your system update right there, and that's going to be on your drop down bar menu now with Android 12. We have a battery saver, our screencast, screen recorder as well, a native one, great to see. Dolby Atmos, some other cool stuff. We have NFC in here, a GIF maker, our camera access, and our mic accessibility right there. Yeah, everything's looking good. Everything's looking new. It's kind of squared off, but this is pretty much stock Android, honestly. But we're going to take out that stylus. This is going to be the biggest feature in here. So when you take out the stylus, it says tap on the settings icon to customize your shortcuts and find more stylus options. This is a clicky stylus as well, and it feels like this is made out of titanium. Very, very premium stylus right here. So if you want to take a note, boom, right there. Believe we have a screenshot right there. GIF maker down there. We have our art and drawing and stuff like that. Coloring book. We have Google Keep as well. So great to see an application integrated in there. And I believe we can do a bunch of different stuff with this, but this feels extremely, extremely premium. I'm liking this so far. We also have our camera inside of here as well. Nice to see. And if you go to settings, you can actually change the shortcuts on here. So if you want to remove a shortcut from there, you guys can go ahead and do so. So really nice to see that cool stuff inside of there. Let's pop this stylus back inside of here though. Got that little sound. We're going to test out the speakers and everything in a second as well, but I want to go into more of the features inside of the settings because it seems like we got some new stuff. This is what the new settings looks like on Android 12 for the Moto G stylus. So it says personalize system navigation. We also have display. We have a 120 hertz screen, so I'm not sure if this is set up automatically. All right, so we have a refresh rate on auto, and I guess the AI changes. So if you guys want to turn on 120 hertz, that is all you do. And it looks like it's going faster now. So nice. Nice looking screen, very, very punchy screen, high saturation on this. The screen is pretty bright as well for an LCD screen, so it's looking good so far. We're gonna get straight into the camera and we're gonna test out a few other features. Really liking the feel of this phone though. Feels really nice. I really like the aspect ratio that they have on here. Let's go ahead and take some photos though. We have our little subject right here. SD card available. Do you want to store photos and videos on your SD card? So if you have one, you can set that up. I don't currently have one for this phone right now, so I'm going to click stop. We have slow motion right here. We have video. We can shoot up to 1080p 60 frames per second. We're going to take a photo in a second and see how it looks, but we also have pro mode, and we have a few other things. So we have dual capture, which is basically capturing yourself in the subject that's on the rear facing camera. We have cutout. Don't know what that is. We'll do a full tour of this later on. Spot color, night vision, cinematograph, panorama, group selfie, ultra res, which I believe utilizes the 50 megapixel shooter that we have on here, the main camera. We have our time lapse as well, and that's all we have on here. But I just want to go ahead and take a basic photo just to see how this looks. Let's check out the shutter speed as well. And we have a wide angle as well, so we can use 0.5 times. So if you guys want to do that, it's another great option. So fairly quick shutter button, as you guys saw right there. Pretty solid photo right here. Obviously, we're in good lighting. We're going to test this out in darker lighting later on, but that looks pretty good. This is the wide angle shot that we got, and this is the regular shot that we got. Very detailed, very nice, very punchy and colorful. Very similar to Samsung. So very nice looking camera. We're going to test out the stabilization because this does have OIS in the video recording. So we're going to test that out later on. We're going to test out the speakers right now and see how those sound. And we're going to take a look at the display and see the quality of it. All right, guys, so we're going to play some NCS right here. So this is a fairly loud speaker. However, this is a mono speaker, so we're not gonna have stereo speakers on this device, which kind of sucks. So if you cover that up during gaming, that may be an issue for you. But as far as the speakers go, they're good. They're decent. We have a loudspeaker on this device, no stereo, but it still sounds pretty good. Now we are going to do a display test right here. We're gonna go to advanced features, and the highest resolution that we can have right here is 1080 60 frames per second. So we're gonna see how that looks. So this is how the phone looks at 1080p 60 frames per second. Colors are pretty nice. This is a basic LCD screen with 120 hertz, but it looks good. It looks really good. You know, it's comparable for $500. You're gonna have a good viewing experience when, you know, watching videos on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or watching movies on Netflix and Hulu and stuff. But the screen looks good. Definitely liking it so far. Next thing I forgot to talk about was the fingerprint sensor. This is lightning quick, as you guys can see. Very accurate. Look at that. Look at that. Just tapping it. Last thing I wanted to take a look at, obviously we're going to do a ton more videos on this, so stay tuned for that. But in our messages, I'm sure the people are going to want to see the new emojis and stuff. So this is the keyboard that we have, but these are what the emojis look like, as you guys can see. Just wanted to show this for the people that like emojis right here. These are the ones that you guys are going to get inside of here. So really nice style. Honestly, liking this phone so far. It's pretty solid. I feel like the only drawback would be like this has only one major OS update, and something like the Galaxy A53 has 4. But we're going to do many more videos on this phone. Obviously, we're going to compare this phone to a bunch of different phones as well. But I'm liking this phone so far. That is really the only con for me so far. Everything else looks good. The price may be a little bit too high, but we got a good processor, 256 gigabytes of internal storage, 8 gigabytes of RAM in this, a 5,000 milliamp battery, and NFC. So we're going to check this out later. We're going to do the full review. Stay tuned. But this has been Stefan from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.